This is the Lord&Berry Contouring Palette. This comes in 6 shades suitable for all skin colours. It contains a light and deep contour cream, highlighter for the cheekbones, nose and chin with a luminescent pearl finish, a bronzer, concealer and a blusher. So I'm going to use the contouring palette to set Jess's face and foundation. So I'm going to apply the concealer from the palette, which is here. Going to pop that under the eye. This is going to give a nice medium coverage, just blocking out all imperfections underneath the eye. And I'm using the concealer brush from Lord&Berry to apply this. Just using my finger to blend it into the cheek. And again, good medium coverage that's not going to dry out or give us any lines underneath the eye. Blending it down into the foundation with my finger and pushing the product up into the lash lines, into the darkest areas. Then you can use this concealer to apply anywhere you need to, any blemishes, until we've got a really good blank canvas. Next I'm going to apply the deep contour and we're going to create our cheekbones, which are here and here. So I'm going to use the foundation brush from Lord&Berry first to mark out my lines, and then we're going to use the stippling brush to blend it in. So any brush that will create a line is fine to use. I prefer to use these, they've got quite a sharp end. So, coming from the ear down towards the cheek, you can feel where the cheekbones are. And you're just going to draw underneath a line, which is then going to be blended to create that contoured look. Just turn your head that way. And then this way for me. That's how I always find the cheekbone with my finger. Remember not to apply too much, else it's going to change the whole colour of the face. You just want enough product to create a shadow. It's an illusion of shadow. And using the stippling brush, I'm just going to blend it into the foundation. And what we don't want is any harsh lines when you're contouring. It all has to be blended properly. And then we're going to add here, we're going to add a contour here and here. This is going to pinch the head in and create more shape in the face. Contouring is really good for an evening look because the lighting wherever you go will change in the evening. And this is when you need contouring most. Daytime, the contour should be really light, and then evening you can go slightly heavier. Blending and blending and blending. I'm going to put a tiny bit. She's already got a very narrow nose. I'm only going to put a little bit here. By putting these two contour lines in, this will narrow the nose. But we don't want too much because she's already got a lovely narrow nose. You can also, if you want to square off the jaw slightly, you can add a little bit here, which will push it up this way. And I'm just going to add a little bit more here. That's contouring done. Now, we've also got a blusher as well, which I'm going to use, and a highlighter. So the blusher is quite bright here, so I'm just going to use it very softly. Smile for me. And this is going to go on the apples, the highest point here. I'm also going to put a very strong lip on, so I don't want too much colour on the cheeks. This is a really nice creamy blusher. Again, it's blending straight into the foundation and the contour. It's giving a lovely glowy look still, keeping it dewy. The foundation I've used is the cream foundation from Lord & Berry. It is one of my favourites because of the dewiness. Okay, so we've just got a slight, almost a flush of colour on the cheeks there. Now I'm going to use the highlighter. And I'm also going to use the blusher brush again for that because it's got a nice flat edge to it. So the highlighter is actually the brightener here. And this is going to lift the highest points even higher. So I'm going to pat this along the cheekbone. And here. It's patting. It's just creating a real lift outwards. I'm going to add a tiny bit of the bronzer because it's got a lovely gold finish. I'm actually going to add that near the blusher as well, so it's all blending into bronze and highlighted look. So you've got everything in this palette that you need to create a lovely glowing sculpted face. And this should be done just before we're going to put a really strong lip on now and a nice cat eye. So it should look really nice by the end of it.